How's it going, everybody? Been a little crazy, been a little busy, got a lot of things stacking up I've been wanting to share with you guys, but I'm just going to go over one book today because it's been a little hectic. This room is torn apart way more than it usually is, and at this point things are just stacking up. But there's one book I got in that I absolutely had to share. As you guys who have been following my channel might know, my main goal that I've been focusing on is a lot of the hero books, a lot of the first appearance hero books I want to get. And that's because those characters in particular really make me feel something and they mean something to me. And historically, they are going to go up, if they're going to go up, a lot more than a lot of villain books are. There are a key few villains that their first appearance, they've rose kind of above just your regular villain. That they also, like Doctor Doom, a lot of that in the news right now, his first appearance has always been really hard to get, really high up there, because of just the mantle in which he's placed in terms of sheer villainy. He's one of the top ones that almost everybody that's really into it want in their collection. But for the most part, heroes are the books that are going to get a lot of love. They have a lot of fandom behind them. So those are the ones that I've been trying to track down first that might be even harder to get later. That said, there are a lot of key villains that I've been looking to pick up. I'm gonna, obviously, everything Batman related, a lot of the first appearance, first Silver Age appearances, a lot of those are on my radar. With the first appearances especially, when I do start honing in on the Batman stuff, it's gonna be a lot of the first appearance over the first Silver Age. So I want first Mr. Freeze, first Ra's al Ghul, the first Man-Bat, a lot of those ones where it's not just the first Silver Age, but it's that first appearance ever, and that's going to be really awesome. The other ones I have that are kind of far and few between, well, a lot of them are actually Superman and Flash related. And as I keep talking, I'm going to show you this book and then I'm going to continue. So the book that pretty much is going to tie into today is The Flash 106. Very awesome and old pink cover right here. And as you don't know, this is the first appearance of the character, the Pied Piper. That's right, I know what you're thinking. This book right here, 1959. First appearance of the Pied Piper. We got him right here on the cover. And you always want a villain, hero, you always want that first appearance on the cover, and here it is. So, for those of you who are less familiar with this book, I'm sure a lot of you know what this really is. In addition to being the first appearance of the Pied Piper, this is also the origin and first appearance of Gorilla Grodd, which for me is one of the DC greats. Right up there, I would love to get Lex Luthor's first appearance out of my budget. Next up though, Gorilla Grodd is right up there. In addition to, I'm a huge Flash fan and I love his Rogues Gallery anyway, Grodd is one of those ones that has kind of transcended the Flash title he was in to just becoming an awesome DC villain. And the fact that this first appearance was in 1959, it's not that easy to come by, especially in grade. I was extremely happy I got this for a deal. Again, not a cheap book by any means, but for what they've been going for, I was able to score a little bit below what they've been selling at. And I always tie it back, I know I'm a broken record at this point, to Justice League Animated Series, Justice League Unlimited. And again, when Lex Luthor kind of had his turn at putting his villain team together, it didn't really work out. Gorilla Grodd, that next season, kind of stepped up and he had pretty much the villains all kicking up a share to him in exchange for the protection that if the Justice League is going to group together and expand, the villains need to do the same thing. So those are some of my favorite episodes. Gorilla Grodd, awesome, staple DC character, DC villain. One of the few, again, that I think, yeah, he premiered in a Flash book. He might be known at first as a Flash rogue villain, but I feel like he has transcended and he's hit that point where he is just an awesome DC villain at this point. So, like I said before, this is from 1959. Not a cheap book by any means anyway, but this one right here in this beautiful pink cover, and I love the way the yellow just pops right off of that page right there. Fantastic book. I was able to get this in a 6.0 CGC Universal 6.0. this beautiful, beautiful first appearance, 1959. It is very unfortunate that out of the 2 appearances on this book, the Pied Piper is who is front and center, and it is not Gorilla Grodd. Damn shame. That is the only thing that this book really has going against it. It has the age. I do like the cover overall. The color scheme, the character, it's pretty cool. But if it was Gorilla Grodd on the cover, especially because The Flash has some amazing Gorilla Grodd covers in there, it just would have pushed this book even more. Probably a good thing it didn't, because I don't know if I would have been able to afford it then. But so this book, again, is one I am extremely happy to be able to add to the collection. And I don't know if you guys have noticed, but when I do these videos, I tend to talk a little faster than I prefer, and it's because to save on editing, I try to get as much out all at once, one take, so that I can minimize the editing later on. And I always forget that, again, the big thing with this channel is I want to engage with the community, engage with you guys, and I always forget to really hone you in on it. So again, this is an awesome book for me, an awesome villain, and we always talk about heroes, runs we're looking to collect. But what I also want to hear from you guys in the comments, what I'm genuinely interested in, is for the villains, what are our top 3 books that you guys are looking to add to your collections? I mentioned big DC guy, big on the Batman villains. Again, there's so many that I need to get that I've been focusing on other things that, for me personally, Gorilla Grodd was way up there. I would love to try to track down, again, a lower copy, but the first appearance of Brainiac. I would love the first appearance of Bizarro. I love the covers of those books, though. I love those characters. Those things are just amazing. And then I also would love to get the first appearance of Mongol, again, because I love that episode. I forget exactly what it's called, but I believe it's for the man who has everything. But it's pretty much where Superman is put in that trance dream state by the plant that Mongol has gifted to him after his defeat on Warworld. That is one of my favorite episodes, and it just shows how far Superman can go when pushed. And I thought Mongol was a really great villain with some personality. So what are some not hero books? Budget, let's say it's not even out there. Obviously, let's not get crazy in terms of, thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars. But on a semi-realistic, semi-out there note, if you had the money today, what are 3 villain books that you guys would love to pick up and add to your collections? Doesn't matter if it's Marvel, doesn't matter if it's DC. I just want to hear what you guys are into, what you're trying to track down and collect. I've mentioned that a lot of the books I try not to tell you guys ahead of time, both because I'm not trying to FOMO the book up, and I'm still trying to get that book. So the last thing I need is all you guys competition for me trying to get that same book. Much safer to just kind of show you guys after the fact. So genuinely curious to see what you guys have for your goals for your collections. This is one that makes me extremely happy. Like I said, I've been focusing on a lot of heroes, and a lot of the books I have come in are hero related that I thought about doing a video about first, but this one to me was just above all the others, just because of it means a lot more. The character is a lot more significant, I believe, in general, and to me personally, that this book, every now and then you get books that kind of impulse buys, or you want them, but you're kind of checking off the list, and then when they show up, you're happy, but it's kind of like you already move on to the next one after that. What's that next goal, that next target? And this is one that was just, I couldn't stop staring at it. I've been staring at it, and I come in this room to look at it at least once a day since I've gotten it. So I was super excited to share with you guys this pickup. So it's going to be a nice short video today. That's all I want to do. Show off this one book, talk with you guys, and see top 3 villains you guys are looking to track down. I know there's not too many months left in this year, but still, I want to hear what would your goals be for the end of this year. Drop down in the comments, let me know, and as always, thank you for watching.